Computer. So, yes, good evening. And it is April 1st. Did anybody get a April Fool's joke played on them? I'm dying to know. Did you get a April Fool's
Oh
joke?
my gosh. So I got to tell you, Blackman Township is the township I live in.
Okay.
And they posted this thing on Facebook and it said, urgent news. And it said, see more. And I clicked, click, 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 refreshed my screen, click, 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 click. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, they got me. I was like, I mean, that's a township I live in. I thought, what's happening? And
Right.
so, yeah, they got me. I
That's
laughed so
funny.
hard. I was like, oh my gosh.
I was just so busy doing stuff today. I never even thought about like one I could play on somebody else too. It's like, oh geez, yeah. So I just was like, oh, it's April 1st. Usually somebody gets me somehow. Um, but
There
anyway,
was some cute ones on Facebook. I mean, essential bodywear, where I buy my bras. They have a new GPS panties. So if you ever lost your panties and you can't find them anywhere, they're not in your drawer, they're not in your gym bag, they're not in the laundry. Now you can track them. April Fools.
because you might not want to know where they are.
I loved that one.
That's cute too. That's
It was
cute
cute.
too.
I was
Well,
looking at it, I was like, GPS panties, huh? And I
what?
read the whole thing.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
the company, I'm going to begin and the company put out um, something this morning. We got our director memos this morning, and I was like, okay, this isn't April Fool's. This is for real. And so they have extended the $20 $80 starter kit until April 30th. And that's not an April Fool's joke. It's for real. So, yay. The company gave us a beautiful gift and a beautiful bonus this month because, as we all know, when something comes out like that in a month, so many times at the end of the month, we're like, dang, I wish I would have taken advantage of that. And so today you get to. And so in the process, I'm going to share with you a bunch of things that I did today as a result of them doing that and giving us that awesome bonus. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit about that. But I want to just go whoop whoop for the month and this past quarter. I did send out at the beginning of March. I sent out the six most important things list sheet as a tracking sheet for y'all, and I've got one that will go out for April. And I just wanted to make mention because I did make up a change on that than the one we had been using for the past 6 months. Well, no, it was past year. It was for the whole year. Was that I decided to put on one of the squares says how many items you've sold. And the reason I did that was because for people who are in our unit who don't want to hold a lot of facials or parties, and they're not into building their business big. They're very happy having just a small amount of sales, that it was a way for you to win. And so if you um, just wanted to count items, say you sold 10 items or 15 items or whatever, that you would be able to have something to track and to count and to be able to have a win. And so that was the purpose of doing that change. Um, so anyway, it is April 1st. So if you want to get um, free things from me that are going to be coming, that I can order at the end of this month so that you can get some of the new products coming out early for free from me, I want you to make sure that you go on and fill out your form and send it to me. So thank you, Linda Glass. I did just get yours. And Terry, I got yours. So Mary, I need yours. And so anybody else that's listening to this as the recording, please just let in an email. I sent the form. All you have to do is fill out some of the information and take a picture of it, and then that will tell me what you would, what you're working towards. And so I just want to give that upfront reminder. We have a lot of things to share tonight, so we're going to go ahead and get into them. And to start, with, I sent you all a text saying that Terri Grover and Sharon were going to be on because they went to career conference this past weekend in Columbus, Ohio, and they were going to be on and share. So Terri's here. Sharon wasn't able to make it, but Terri is here, and she's going to share a little about what she, got out of it, and some ideas and things that were important for her. And then she's going to share us a little bit about what it meant for Sharon. So we're anxious to hear both. And so, excuse me. So Terri, I'm going to let you go ahead and get right started. We've got Mary Sherwood here. We've got Terri Grover, and we've got Linda Glass all on. And I know there's at least a couple more people that were supposed to be getting on, so maybe they have to get on late or something came up. But I just want to, that's why I wanted to record it and send it out to everybody so that everybody can get the benefit of Terri's training and what she got out of Career Conference. So I'm going to say, Miss Terri has been in the company for 32 years. She has been the queen of our unit many times. She has been a star consultant. Good Lord have mercy, like 97 times.
97.
97 times. And she is considered an elite team leader, which means that she has shared the opportunity with many women. And she has about, I think, around 10, 11, 12 people on her team. And so she is going to, so let's give her a round of applause and thank you, thank you, Miss Terri. And so I'm going to let you take it away, girl.
All right. So it was pretty cool because I hadn't actually been to career conference in a while. So, and then to drive to Columbus in the pouring rain, and that was fun. But Sharon and I had a really good time. And so and I saw people, nationals that I had not seen before, where's my list? So the nationals that were there was Brittany Jinks, which she's a brand new national.
From Ohio.
Yeah, Kim McClure.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a little firecracker.
Mm-hmm.
Leah Lachlan, which I had heard of Leah Lachlan. Dawn
also
Otten
from
Sweeney.
Ohio. Huh?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Dawn Otten Sweeney. I'd heard about her, but I had never really didn't know much about her. Julia Burnett was there, and Julia Burnett is Leah Lachlan's senior national. Mm-hmm. And then Cheryl Steinman was there and Linda Tupin. So that was pretty exciting to see both of them. And so the first red jacket class that I had, I didn't write down the lady's name, but she talked about how to keep your team engaged. And so I took a few notes about that. The next person that talked was Kayla Steinman. And Miss Kayla is adorable. Kayla grew up, she has ADHD. Mm-hmm. She grew up, she was bullied. She talks about she was a special ed student thinking that she would never amount to anything. I'm like, wow. And so very, very low self-esteem and very low self-confidence. And she said, even standing still today, after all these years, she's still so nervous. And she did her training. She sent us all a QR code. And so all of her training was on a QR code. It was like you just linked the code and she went through it page by page. I mean, and once she did that, her nerves went away. And it was kind of like, they talked about going back to the flip chart. And when you're reading your flip chart, your nerves are gone. You're not going to be as shaky, and your confidence is going to be better because you are just following the flip chart. So for her to do a training, she sent us all a QR code, and I'm going to try to figure out how to send it to Jan or put it on the Star Achievers so that we can all see her papers, which she's going to continue putting things in.
So she had everybody go to the QR code right while you were there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I mean, she had it. You know how she does it on her poster boards? She held it up. You took your phone, you all snapped it. And then they walked around with it too. But she went page by page through through her training on a QR code. I'm like, wow. It was pretty cool. But she talked about her virtual boxes. Like virtual facial boxes, and showed how she does that and what she has in it. I didn't take any notes because it was all on the QR code. So I got to figure out, I can send it to Jan. So, and then you can put it on the Star Achievers, or I'll figure out how to put it on there, something like that. But
okay.
that was pretty cool. But it was to take the nerves down, going back to the flip chart and reading our flip charts. And she was not the only director that talked about going back to your flip chart. Yeah.
I can remember holding on to it like this, even to just introduce myself, because it gave me something to hold.
Yes. And Kristen Sharp does that. She holds it, her arm through it. And that's how she does her classes, with her arm through it and flips it. She doesn't set it down. She holds it. And they did talk about that a lot.
Like, oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, it's hooked on the bottom like it's supposed to be hooked. And then her arm goes right through it like that.
And she just turns it.
And yep. So it's kind of like sitting like this on her arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she flips it as she's talking.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. Okay, so then the other director that talked was Taylor McKnight. And she's another ADHD gal. And I really connected with her. One of the things that she said right off the top was, you may not have all your life together, and it doesn't mean that you have your ducks in a row, and sometimes your squirrels are in the rain. And I'm like, yeah, that explains it right there. That's why my squirrels are getting wet. They're out in the rain. So she talked about being present over perfect. So be present. Don't worry about perfection. Because perfection, if you're waiting to get perfect, you're never going to do it. So just be present and jump in and do it. Read your flip chart. Show up, even if you don't feel like it. That is your greatest asset, is to show up even when you don't feel like it. And I thought that was really cool. She talked a lot about comparison and comparing who God made you to be against another comparing who God made you to be to another perfect image of what you think God is what you, forget it. Comparing who God made you to be to another. So comparing against another who you think is perfect. What you think is, yeah, now it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I've missed some words. Anyways, don't compare yourself to what you think other people are doing. Comparing yourself to yourself is the most dangerous thing you can do. So getting out of your own way, because when you compare yourself, you think you should be doing, or I should do this differently, or I would be successful if I did A, B, and C. That's comparing yourself to yourself, and stop doing that.
Well, you used the optimum word right there, was should on yourself.
Should on yourself.
When you should on yourself. We all know
Yes.
the danger and the craziness of shoulding on yourself. Yes.
Yes. Oh, and this was good too. She talked about posting on Facebook. And she said posting on Facebook and being upset because you're not getting any likes is nuts. Because they didn't see it. And the reason you didn't get any likes is because they didn't see it. Facebook does what Facebook does. And if you have somebody that doesn't join your group, it's because they don't understand or they didn't see it. And so how many of us have joined a Facebook group, but we don't go in, you don't go up and search that group every day, so you're not going to see it. And so that made so much sense. And it's just the way Facebook works. And if it's a group that you really want to look for, you're going to go up and you're going to search for it in order to see what they feed. Otherwise, you don't see it.
Did she give any suggestion as to like how to get our customers to like, did she talk about like when we talk
What
to
to
our
do?
customer, huh?
What to do in that case?
Yeah.
Yeah. Face to face, person to person, knee to knee. Go back to face, person to person, because it works. And I was like, thank you. And so I liked that. I mean, and she said, if you have a person who's out of state, do a Zoom, do a FaceTime. Don't post in your group thinking they're going to see it. They're not. And so that was good. She said, our job is to book book, sell, and share. Book, sell, and share, not social media all the time. So go back to book, selling, and sharing. And she does both virtual and in person, but she does it through Zoom or FaceTime. Doesn't do a whole lot on Facebook groups. That was just her way of doing it. But when she said that if they don't like your post, they don't see it, that just makes sense to me. I liked that.
Absolutely.
Brittany Jinks talked about legacy and what it means to be a legacy. And so on a piece of paper, that was my dryer. Write on a piece of paper, what does legacy mean to you? And then you can figure out where your legacy is and the impact that you choose to make and to leave behind. The way Brittany Jinks was recruited was really cute. She was recruited from Bed Bath & Beyond, and the gal that was waiting on her at Bed Bath & Beyond said to her, and she was working at the gal was working and Brittany was the customer. So, okay, she was at work. And she said to Brittany, she goes, "Oh, you are so cute. I would be so mad at myself if I didn't offer you my business card." And so that is how the legacy of number 3 Brittany of this Brittany Jinks from this career conference, her legacy got started, was through that. And she booked her on the spot. So I thought that was cute. You are so cute. I would be so mad at myself if I didn't offer you my business card. I thought that was just cute. That's not how I got the customer today, but that's okay. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to skip back. Okay, Kim McClure, she talked a lot about following your dream. And she talked a lot about obstacles. She started out, there are times when she just didn't make it. She had a lot of fear, negativity, lack of discipline, poor time management, thinking about working, thinking about what other people are thinking. She had no's, she had cancellations, she had people quit. She felt like she was out of it. She felt like leads didn't matter. She felt like every step she took was out of her comfort zone, but she did it anyway. She kept going. And I thought, Everybody has every one of those things at some point, and I really liked that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she talked about dreams, and one of the things she had us do in dreams, and then I'll do this one and I'll stop and I'll end it there. At the top of your piece of paper, write your goal or your dream. Then make your T-bar underneath that. And so on the top is your goal or your dream. On your left-hand side, you're going to write your action steps. The steps you need to be taking to accomplish the goal. On the right-hand side of that T-bar, you're going to write the unknowns, the yeah buts. So on the action step, it's I need to book 30 faces every month to achieve my dream. Yeah, but where am I going to find 30 people? That's just one example. The unknowns are God's part. The action steps are our part. Our job is to pray over every one of those unknowns, and God will make a way to bless you. And so, ask yourself, what are you waiting for? Because maybe God is waiting for you just to step out and do it. I was like, whew, that was good. And so that was exciting. Oh my goodness, my nose is itchy. And then Terri Lewis talked about the fact that she has a lot going on. And don't we all have a lot going on? And she gave example after example after example. We have a lot going on. God will still handle our business if we give it to Him as our business partner every day. And so Terri talked about the fact that her husband fell in January. And he came home. He does landscaping and snow removal and lawn mowing and stuff, business. And he came home and he said, I may have fallen today, but I don't remember.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And she's like, well, are you okay? And he goes, yeah, I think I'm okay. And then the month went on, and she noticed that he was repeating things. And she didn't think anything much about it. She just kind of blew it off as, well, okay. Didn't forgot about basically that he had fallen, or he maybe had fallen. And then she had some errands to run, and he said, well, I'll drive. And she said, no problem. He always drives anyway. And they got going, and she said, these are what we're going to do today. And they got going, and he said, where are we going? And she said, well, we're going to the bank. And he says, okay. They get going. He says, I don't remember. Where are we going? And she said, we're going to the bank. And next thing you know, we're passing the bank. And she's like, okay. And she says, and then a few minutes later, he's like, where did you say we were going? And she said, we were going to go to the bank. And he says, well, I think I have Home Depot on my mind. And she said, well, okay, let's go to Home Depot and I'm going to drive. She goes, after all, it's my car. And so they switched drivers at home. They passed Home Depot. She made him stop. She got in the driver's seat, took him to the ER. He had a brain bleed and had this for a month. They had and in that middle of that month, they had a death in the family. He drove to Alabama from Canton to out and complaining the whole time about having headaches. Neither one of them thought about it. They thought it was sinus infection, something going on. So in that time, we all have a lot going on. She had a lot going on. She booked and held 70 facials in the hospital the 7 days he was in the hospital because she had a lot going on. And she was the number 2 top director. And y'all know I love Terri Lewis. I love Terri Lewis. I always have. She's got the best name. So
She's a doll. She's a doll.
she's a firecracker too. So
Okay, before you share with about Sharon,
okay.
I want to go back to something in the beginning. You said the lady talked about how to keep your team engaged. And do you have like a top couple or two or three things that you can share about what those were?
Um, let's see. If your team member is a personal use person, treat her as a customer. Um, invite her to virtual events. Invite her to the things that you do in person. Um,
So as a customer, yeah.
so treat them as a customer. It says order when they will order when they love the products.
Right,
So get back with her and facial her again if she's not ordering regularly. Because if she's not ordering but once a year, it's because she's not using enough product.
right.
Um, if you have, if um, if they have customers and they want to grow their teams, that have them always invite guests, shadow them for several appointments, book in community, like the three, Sharon, Heather, and I do. We book in community. So the three of us bring guests and we all come together and do things. But always check in and text that person often if they want to grow their business. And then a new consultant, she used the bathwater analogy. And the bathwater analogy, so if you fill up your bathtub with warm water and then you leave it, it's going to cool down. So that new person is like that hot water. And then they start cooling down. So then what you do when you're going to take a bath is you put in some warm water. So keep feeding in some warm, hot water to that new consultant because everybody needs to flow with warmth and be consistent. I loved that.
Well, it's a visual. It's a visual.
Yes. If your team is not whatever they're not, maybe you're not. And so if your team is not booking, are you booking? Are you teaching them booking? Are you shadowing them booking? I thought that was pretty cool too. And then she talked about having a fist. And if you have a fist, you're not sharing. But if your hand is open, you're willing to release some control and let the good out of your business grow. And that others are going to see. If you have it all tucked into a tight little fist, you're not getting very far. But if you're sharing, you're going to have your hands open. And so she said to remember to have open hands.
So she's a visual thinker.
She is and I didn't write her name down and I don't remember who it was. Oh. She was a director because it was in the red class.
Okay. All right. So. All right. Now, just if you will also then give us a quick share on Sharon's kind of takeaway from the weekend.
Sharon,
and it's probably from your perspective, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we talked a lot. Sharon tickled me because her class was downstairs. We got our name tags. We stood in line and got our name tags, which we probably should have just went to class. Everybody told us just to go to class, but I didn't want to have to go back down. So we stood in line, got our name tags, and my class was up the escalator and hers was right there in the general room.
Oh, okay.
And so I went up the escalator. My class got out early. So I stood at the top of the escalator waiting for her, and she could see me when she came up, started up the escalator. She called me, but she could see me.
Mm-hmm.
She got up to the top of the escalator. By then, the red jackets were all pretty much dispersed. The director class opened up, and they opened up 6 doors, and all of these ladies come flying out, all bubbly, and it was,
And
and
pink.
Sharon's jaw dropped. She goes, I cannot believe how many directors there are here. And I mean, she was just amazed on how many ladies came out of that. I mean, but she was like standing in the middle of them, and they were all like, "Whoom!" And so she was amazed. And when she called Chuck in the evening, that's the first thing she said to Chuck is, "You will not believe how many directors are at this place." And so that was pretty cool. And then we sat pretty much up to the top. We had a speaker in the middle of the view, but it still worked. Um, and so she was able to take it all in by this group of, I don't remember which national, this group in front of us, there was like 3 rows, and they were all her. I mean, that was just one part of her group. And so they were all bubbly. They were really bubbly. And then, so she was able to take it all in from their excitement. They went to do the red jacket march, and you know me, that's not my favorite thing to do. And so she's like, "Are you going to go?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine. I'm fine." I mean, there was like, it went all the way down the room, all the way across the back and up the side. And I'm like, "I'm fine. I don't need to do this." Well, the director behind me from Illinois hit me on the head. I don't know who she was, but she's a little lady, older woman with a walker, or she was in a wheelchair, and she smacked me on the side of the head. And she goes, "Why aren't you walking?" And I said, I don't like doing that. I'm fine. I just like watching them. I said, it's fun to watch everybody. And she goes, "Get in that line right now." I'm like, okay. So I did. I went and joined some people that I saw, some gals that I knew. And so I kind of jumped in the back of their line, like in the back of the room. So I didn't get in the very end, but yeah, she smacked me. So, and so she sat with us the whole time, and she made sure that I was listening and obeying, because she was something else. She was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed talking to her, and yeah.
So what do you think Sharon's biggest, besides the pink jackets all at one time, is there anything else that you want to share that she kind of took away from it?
Going back to your flip chart, she wants us to get together a few times and practice flip chart. And she has a facial next week, and so she's going to open up her flip chart and make sure it's put together. It must be they talked about the flip chart in her general classes on Friday night, because Friday night she mentioned it, and then she mentioned it again Saturday, and she mentioned it on the way home, that we've got to do the flip chart. And so getting back to using that flip chart, that was the
Cool.
biggest thing.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Well, before we go into some of the recognition and some of the other things I want to share tonight, who would like to, Linda, what would be your takeaway from what Terri just shared? What was your biggest takeaway?
Getting back to using that flip chart, because it's been a long time since I've even pulled it out. I have it sitting up on the top of 2 shelves, and they're both put together, but I never pull them down. And I was just thinking, I got a class on Saturday, and it does remind you of the things that you don't have on the top of your head.
Right.
And on top of that, it also shows the people at your table that you don't have to remember about the products, that they're all in front of you. And it makes it easier for them if they want to do it, that they don't have to think that they're going back to class to learning how to read again. You know, going back and having to memorize it.
Memorize.
It's all right there for them. So I think that was the biggest part, remembering that that's how we got in.
Mm-hmm. 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 Good. All right. Yep. Mary? What is one of your takeaways from what
I was going to say the flip chart also, because right at the moment, I don't even know where mine is.
Well, I guess you have something to do tonight, don't you? You get to find it, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And the new one,
That's what I was going to ask. What's the date on the newest one?
yeah, let me grab it. Well, first of all, it looks like this. Is that not cute? It is so cute. And let's see if I can find the date. Usually it says it on the bottom. Oh, well, this one was 11 of 24, but let me see. I would look on next time you order. If this one is 11 of 24, and I gotta say, it does look different on the inside. And like even for the mascara page that you demonstrate, look at the mascara page. It's so there and it just looks different. It's very colorful and pretty, but to me it's easier to read because of all the color on the back. The part you actually read, it's very designated information. And it's very quick. Like this one's about the eyeshadow, Chroma Fusion eyeshadow. It says 2 minutes for the page. There's so much to love about Mary Kay Chroma Fusion eyeshadow because it offers gorgeous color without compromise. This life-proof formula holds strong for 12 hours, so you can count on it for long-lasting freshness, even through work, workouts, and weather. And there's a tip. Matte shades are the way to go for customers with fine lines. So use shimmer finishes sparingly for more mature customers. And it says during the demo, doesn't it sound enchanting? Let's try it. Pick up a demo item from the Color Confident module. So really, it's different. It's very specific now.
11/24 is the most recent.
So I thought I did have that. And look at the lips page. Oh my gosh. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, the pages are just beautiful. What they have. And they even have like this one for the eye, the micro and the eye patches. So it is put together differently. That's my point. It's put together differently and it's very colorful. And I think it's easy to follow for new consultants. So yeah. And okay. All right. And Kim, what would be your takeaway?
Well, I didn't hear a lot or being able to take notes, so I don't really. One of the things that you said toward the end, I saw it online that someone had talked about treating your personal use consultants as customers, like having them come and do a party with them and have them come to different things. And I saw that online from someone, so maybe that's the person who said it. So yeah.
Good. Well, one of the things that
they probably won't have a new book until the 5/25 because of the new stuff coming out.
Right. 5/25 I think there will be a new one. So if you get one now, just know that you can get just the pages and you can use it now for a month or or wait till next month, but if you want to get going right away, order it. I mean, if you're placing an order one. And you know what, Terri, don't wait for perfection. If you got a flip chart right now, pull it out and start using it. Doesn't have to be the newest one. Just pull it out and start using it, right?
And those pages make really pretty pictures
They do.
for like your vendor shows and stuff.
And you know what
I
else?
use them as a placemat for the top part
That
and put
too.
my thing underneath.
You know
So-
what? And if you have any old, if you have any old date books, the pictures that were in there fit perfectly in a 5x7 frame that are adorable as well. All those little motivational sayings. I've got 4 of them on my wall in my office. I put them in little 5x7 frames and put them on the wall. So that can be there too. So okay. And one of the things that, Terri, that I want to reiterate, because this was just talked about with Linda Tupin on my last director call, it pulls right into that, which is the following your dream. When you were talking about the legacy leaders and all of that. So what I want to say is this, is on the Star Achiever Facebook group, one of the things that I posted in there is a video from Diane, the One National, the Sparkle lady.
Sumner.
Yes. And she's putting together a portfolio. Over the years, we've heard about, like makeover portfolios, working women portfolios, that kind of thing, where you do like before and after pictures and you get people in there. She's doing a legacy leader one. And what she's doing is asking for referrals of people in her area that are legacy leaders that she can feature in them. And they've done something really great, or the job they have, that kind of a thing. And so they're a legacy leader and in their profession. And then that way she's getting a professional group of women. She's pulling them in, and she's doing so she's doing like a before and after, or an after photo. Basically, you can do before and after if they let you. And it's how that people are following their dream outside of Mary Kay for the legacy leaders. Okay. But then she tells a whole story about them. Like, she tells a story about each one, and it's just really awesome. So check that out on the Star Achiever Facebook group, because I put the video in there. If you haven't seen it, Diane Sumter, she's the glitter sparkle lady. I love her. And she's got lots of energy, and woo, and so she's pretty awesome. So that is like, the thing. So the other thing that Linda talked about with following the dream goes right along with some other stuff I'm going to talk about because of what Mary Kay is doing this month. And that is putting together a dream book. Now, a long time ago, a lot of us put together dream books, right? And a dream book is just to show your goal, to show what your dream is, in a lot of pictures. It's not a lot of words, it's a lot of pictures. And because the way the mind works, the picture tells your mind what to do better than words, and your mind will then see the picture, and then you have this dream book to work towards. So I love the idea of taking what your dream is and your goal or your dream, but and then putting the T on there, and on the one side your action steps, on the other side the unknowns. What are your well but, and become one of the but sisters. And so and that's a great example. I need to book 30 women this month, but where do I find the 30 women? Well, the answer to that very question is, you don't have to find all 30 at once. You just have to start with 5 or 1. You start with somebody, and then you build to the 30 by the end of the month. You don't have to have all 30 names at the beginning of the month. And so that's what and I'm going to be sending out in my I've got a bunch of stuff that's going to be sent out. So be watching your email. And one of the things is Linda Tupin's training, and it's how to take one, have one be turned into 5 and 5 into 25. Because that's why I say if you can just find 5 to book in the beginning, they can turn you into the 25 or the 30 because you learn to build. And she's got all the training that is available to all of us. I pay monthly so that all of us can be part of that Linda Tupin group. I am going to have all that information in the newsletter and in an email again this month. And because the other thing that she was talking about was the whole idea of sharing the Mary Kay opportunity. And I find this interesting with the Mary Kay opportunity is when we talk about that, there really is not one way to share the opportunity. We all know that. We all joined for different reasons, and there's not one way to keep or to do that. Here's my sheet of paper. And so one of the things, okay, so first off, the company started, oh no, let me back up. Boop. Let me go in reverse for a minute. Let's give Terri a round of applause for thank you for sharing all of that information. It was great information. So let's give you a round of applause for that. Woo, woo. Appreciate that, Terri. And so the company gave us this bonus this month. So this we got in the entire month of April, where we have a $20 e-start instead of 35, and we have an $80 the pro start instead of 90, right? So if you take the 20 and the 80, it's 100. Now let me just take you back several years ago when we didn't have e-start and then this separately. When you started, it was $100, y'all. So and with that 100, we got our starter kit, right? We got just the starter kit. But we had to, back when that happened, you had to pay extra for your pro pay. You had to pay extra for your website. So this really is a deal. And I think we need to keep that in mind because it's quite the deal that they're getting the website pro pay for the 20, then for 80, they get everything. So it's a total of 100. And so it's even a deal compared to years ago. So, you know, what's that rollback savings thing? We got the rollback this month, right? And so I think that's exciting. So the other thing is this. The company is also doing a special. So if you are interested in sharing this opportunity, when you recruit 3 or more this month, if you recruit 3 or more this month, you'll get a bonus 1. So if you recruit 3, you get credit on Court of Sharing for 4. If you recruit 5, you get credit for 6. So it's a way to help you get to the Court of Sharing, and or at least even the Princess Court of Sharing. And so with 12, you get on the Princess Court, and with 24 total for the year, for the seminar year, you're on the you get the Diamond Bumblebee. And so I just want to put that out there. You get bonuses for that. And so what I have done today, what I wanted to share with you, what I did today was, for some of you that have been in a while, we had a Google Doc that you could send people into to complete a form to get into a drawing. And in that Google Doc was a recruiting video that I personally recruited. I have updated that recruiting video, and I've updated the pictures in that Google form so that we can go back to using it because everything is updated. And I talk about April. In April, this is how much it costs. So it's in there for this already updated so that you can use it for the whole month. And so I want to think about when we think about sharing the opportunity with people, I want you to think about it in a layering process. Most people, when I go, hey, Mary, I think you'd be great at Mary Kay, I give you a few facts and that makes you sign up. No, I bet you I can go, every one of us had some kind of a layering process done. Very, 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 very few people ever join this company and start their own business with Mary Kay by being talked to for 5 minutes and talked to once. It just doesn't happen that way. So we have to do that. So what I'm going to be sending out is in an email, I'm going to send out some text messages or some email messages. You can do it however you want, that you can send out to people to let them know about the deal this month. I will then recommend that you follow up within a couple days after sending it to make sure, number one, they got it and did they have time to watch it, listen to it, or whatever, read it, whatever. And then we have one of the things I really, really want to get focused on is getting back to the pearls of sharing, right? So the pearls of sharing, the earrings, the necklace, the bracelet, the way, you share the opportunity, let them hear about the opportunity. 3 people, you get the earrings, 3 more people, you get the bracelet. Excuse me. And then when you recruit one, you get the necklace, right? And so I really want to get back to that. Hence, that's why we're doing these things called the pearls and prizes. And so you get the pearls, customers get prizes just for getting on and listening, giving their opinion. And so that's one layer. Having them watch a video is another later. Having them go to your website and see that it just fits videos that are on there. All of those things are all layering depending on what each person might need more information on. And so I think that, that is a really important thing that it's April 1st, y'all, we got the whole month. And there's the special deal for the starter kit, the e-start, in the pro start. There's the bonus recruit if you recruit 3 or more. I mean, it's really an awesome time to share this opportunity. And so I just wanted to bring to you guys what we can do. Now, so here's my with Tammy, we are doing the pearls and prizes, and we've got 2 dates set up, which will be in your thing. But you can write down Thursday, April 3rd, which is this Thursday. It's in 2 days. This Thursday, we are doing one, and then we've got one set for the 24th of April. Okay. Now, being that this month is what it is, being that the deal is what it is, I really think that we need to do a couple more of those. I'd really like to do a couple more. And the 2 weeks in the middle between the 3rd and the 24th, those 2 weeks in the middle, neither one of us can do those 2 Thursday nights. And so that's why we didn't plan those 2 Thursday nights, because neither her nor I can be on either one of those. And oh, wait a minute. No, I can do the 7th. I could do the 17th. Can't do the 10th, but I can do the 17th. So I'm trying. So here's my thought or dilemma or whatever. Is that, do we want to do at least 2 more, not on a Thursday, like on a different day of the week, so that we can get people who can't do Thursday night? They just can't. If you do something on only Thursday and person can never do a Thursday night, then we're never going to get them. So my question is, what other 2 times could we do something? And whether it be, let's see, we could do something we could do like Wednesdays, or we could do Mondays, or we could do probably Mondays or Wednesdays. So does anybody have a thought on that? When a good day would be, like, prefer them? Which day besides Thursday night would you prefer on those in the 2 middle weeks? Does anybody have a thought of another night?
Maybe a Wednesday.
Do maybe a Wednesday. So maybe do the 9th and the 16th. That way we'd have 2 Wednesdays and 2 Thursdays. Okay, I'm good with that. Okay. All right. Okay, so all right, then the other thing, okay, here's some dates. April 17th, deadline for PCP. That's the next deadline for signing up your customers to be on the preferred customer program. And for all consultants who have never done that before, I just want to encourage you. You don't have to do a lot with Mary Kay to be a part of this program that the company offers to us. You just have to have you and maybe two other people. You put yourself in with the on the go to Mary Kay in Touch. I'll put the directions in the email to sign up for the preferred customer program. Two things happen with that. Number one, you get your customers get a new book. When it's time to get a new book, they get a book in their hand. See, the customer doesn't care if you have 3 customers or 1,000. They don't care. They only get theirs anyway. So they only care about getting their book. Okay. And then the other thing that does, though, is it makes it so when the new products come out in May, instead of having to wait till May 15th to order the new products, you get to order yours on May 10th. That might not seem like a big deal, but those 5 days can make a difference. And especially if there's something hot and new in here, and you get to order 5 days early, that means you get them faster. That means you get them to your to people faster. You get to use them faster. You get to make profit faster, and you may get them, because I know this is crazy. Trust me, some things have sold out because they're so hot, they're so exciting that they sell out so quick because the Mary Kay piggies get in there and order them early, and something that you go, oh my gosh, it'd be so cool if I had 3 of those on my shelf. Somebody else is ordering 100 of them because that's the level of business they do. So I just want you to know that signing up for that's the smartest thing you can do for yourself. And even if you're not in this business to make a lot of money or to build a big business, it's the smartest thing that you can do. So that's my speech on that. Okay. Now, next thing, May 12th, I want you to put May 12th on your calendar. May 12th is the day that you can start signing up to register for seminar this year. Seminar is going to be in um, um, Charlotte, North Carolina. This and so I just want you to know that May 12th is an important date. And then another date that is important that's coming up. It is Monday night, April 7th. I'm going to send this out in the email too. I had promoted a few months back about a cruise that you could go on, a Mary Kay cruise with a bunch, and it would be our unit, the people in our unit that want to go, and a whole bunch of other Mary Kay people, like a whole bunch of Mary Kay people. And these other directors are putting this together. We're jumping into the game. We've got some people that are already registered and ready to go on the cruise. And so, yay, we're excited about that. However, they sent out or they finally put in this thing that all of our unit can get on this and hear the training. You don't, even if you're not going to ever go on the cruise, you can still get on. It's a YouTube. It's a YouTube event where we just watch the YouTube event, and these directors that are together doing the training and everything, you can get on this. So I just want to mention it because I'm going to put the information out there. So if you want to get onto that event, it's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's a YouTube link. So you just touch the link that'll be in the email. You'll touch the link, and you can get onto this on that Zoom cruise. And our unit that anybody that's done 700 or above wholesale for the month, I send in the information and she puts on all of our pictures with how much we did, and we get recognition by everybody that's on there. So that's really cool. And so let's go do some recognition of our own for this month. Let me just do this. I am so excited to say that, yay, we got to give a lot of people applause. Okay. So what we had um, 3 people plus myself that all did 700 or more. And for that, this month, we got this really cool towel washcloth, very soft and silky. Look at how cute it is. It's so cute. Terry took her bow off. I can't take my bow off. It's like so cute. I don't even want to take the bow off. But it's just so adorable. So yes, it's so soft. It's just luxurious. And so anyway, this was the gift that we got this month or the month of March. And so I want to give a round of applause to, are you ready for this? Kim Leach, Linda Glass, Terri Grover, and myself. We all got this awesome gift, and it's so exciting. And so congratulations to all of you. And then I want to do our top 5 in wholesale for the month of March. Our number 5 is Debbie Ebke from Flushing, Michigan. Woo! All right. Number 4, um, is Marilyn Troxel from Battle Creek, Michigan. Yay. All right. Number 3, Kim Leach from Battle Creek, Michigan. Yay. Woohoo. Number 2 was Linda Glass from Battle Creek, Michigan. Woo. Y'all were $1 apart. Okay. It was like $1. It was like cracking me up. I was like, woo. Okay. And number 1 was Terri Grover with $2,012 in wholesale for the month of March. So, woo! Yay! Congratulations. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I'm so excited. Terri also got a new recruit this month that I haven't met her yet. Terri hasn't met her yet. We haven't met her yet, but she's right in Jackson. We know she lives there, but we know where she lives, but we can't get a hold of her. So anyway, so yay, Terri got her new recruit. And now we just got to get her moving. And so we want to welcome her, though. Jasmine is her name, and we want to welcome her to our Star Achiever unit. If she watches this, then she'll be able to see that. So, Jasmine, we want to talk to you. And then I want to do our top 5 for the year to date right now for our retail sales, the total retail of the sales we've done. Our top 5. Number 5 is Marilyn Troxel from Battle Creek, Michigan. Number 4 is Linda Glass from Battle Creek, Michigan. Number 3 is Heather Stanley Sutton from near Kalamazoo. I forgot her actual city, but it's near Kalamazoo. And number 2 is Kim Leach from Battle Creek. Woohoo! And number 1 is Terri Grover from Jackson, Michigan. So woohoo! Yay, yay, yay. Okay, those Michigan girls. All right, so we're excited about that. We also had 3-star consultants that finished up in the middle of March. We had myself, Kim Leach, and Terri Grover. The 3 of us were all-star consultants for the month, or for the last quarter that ended March 15th. We're in our brand new quarter that started March 16th. It will go till June 15th. We're in the brand new quarter. So we are just looking at lots and lots of star consultants. I have I already told, so you'll be watching for your new 6 most important things sheet, your newsletter, the taking advantage of the layering sheets for, sharing this opportunity and having all these different ways that you can share the opportunity through the choices tape from that recruited tons and tons from Linda Tupin, the new video that I just did, our pearls and prizes events and all of that. So we're, it's going to be, it could be very exciting. And the reason I'm excited about it, because I love when the company does something like this when I'm in the middle of a qualification period, which I am. We started qualification for our new car on January 1st. We have until June 30th. The first quarter, we are totally on target, and I mean like real good on target for the Equinox, the Chevy Equinox. That's what we are totally on target for. Now, there used to be that, and then there used to be another one, and then there used to be the Cadillac, but now that other middle one hasn't gone away. So the Cadillac in the Equinox. So we're totally on target for the Equinox. There's no question about that. We'll be in an Equinox. However, if we really were to take advantage of all these things the company is offering with getting the extra, if you recruit 3, you get you get to count 4, that kind of thing, that these next 3 months could be amazing. And if they are, we could get on target for the Cadillac. We could earn the Cadillac if we wanted to really, we got to go. Because the Cadillac is almost double of what the Equinox is. It's almost double. And they changed the qualifications a little bit. Of course, the cars cost more, right? So they had changed it this past year, and so we are, we could definitely do it. There's no question. We've done 14,000 in a week, y'all, so we can do it. But I just wanted you to know we are totally on target for the equinox, and the company just has all this exciting stuff going on. So we have the next 3 months. So every order counts, every person counts, everything that we do counts towards our car qualification. And so if, like Terri was saying, what that one director said is like, when people are ready and they want to work and they want to build, they will. And so if you are ready and you want to change your income, you've been sitting at the kitchen table and the amount of money that you had in the checkbook, it just isn't enough for what you want and what you need, then this is the perfect opportunity to use as your way to get what you need and what you want, right? And so I think that that is vitally important, and that we can actually do that. So there's lots going on. Be watching for your emails. I've got lots to send out. I already, like I said, I've already updated the link, so the Google link, so that the video is updated. It's got all of for April. I'll have to re-record it in May, but for April, it shows right on there for April. This is what's going on. And then we've got the pearls and prizes, because I want it, and it doesn't matter to me whether you've ever earned the pearls before, if you've ever earned your pearl stuff or not, that you can still earn them starting right now. You can earn a new set of pearls and the earrings, and basically it's getting 6 people to listen in, ask the questions, give us some feedback. And by doing that and actually talking to them and following up with them, then you can earn your pearls. And just by the 6 people, the company averages, you share with 5, you'll get one. So, the company average share of 5, get one. So we have you share of 6, hopefully to follow up to get one new person that will say yes. And so I'm excited. And the one thing I don't want you to miss, though, is April 17th. I want you to be sure to get your preferred customer program list into the company so that you don't miss out on that. And so yeah, I'm pretty excited. I was pretty excited when I opened up the director's memo this morning when the company sent that to me and it said extended. I'm like, yes, because I know there was a lot of people. I got a hold of a lot of people. I didn't get to hear about from some of the people, and they were still thinking about it. Well, now is now. The other information I wanted to just say on that point is this: if you have anybody that used to be a consultant in Mary Kay, doesn't matter whether they were yours or not, if they're not currently being serviced by anybody else, then be sure to share this with them and say, I don't know if your life has changed, but if you want to get back into the company, this is the time, because the company has this great deal. It's $100 for all of this, and you get your pro pay and your website with all of that included. It's an amazing deal. It's really a rollback amount back even like before the pandemic, because that's how it used to be before the pandemic. It was $100 starter kit. That's what you started with. And so I really want to encourage you to think about those previous consultants that you've shared this opportunity with. Make sure you let them know, and anybody else. So all right. So thank you for getting on tonight. Terri, thanks for sharing your experience about career conference. And then I just want to know, oh no, before we end, I have to do something. Yes.
I just want to say that the Dawn Otten Sweeney
Uh-huh.
speech just went on to the Star Achievers. I scheduled it earlier today.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Okay. So we got her speech. And this is what I wanted to do. If you, of course, I know y'all did because you did, but if you sold anything at all, put your hand up. If you sold anything at all in March, put your hand up. Okay. If it was more than $100, keep it up. If it's more than $300, keep it up. 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Woohoo! The glass. How much exact? Do you know the exact amount?
No, but I know it was over 9.
Okay. All right. Congratulations. Yay. Okay. I forgot where I stopped. 1,000, 1,200, 1,500. Kim, is your hand down? Okay, your hand is down now. Okay. Terry, what were your total sales for the month of March?
$4,216.
Yay, yay, yay. Okay. Congratulations. Isn't it awesome?
A lot of that was cleansing bars.
Oh, that's right, because they were being discontinued.
Sold a ton of cleansing. I had 28 people using cleansing bars, and I called every one of them, and most of them ordered at least 3.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
like, I'm not going to see you in a while, and they're like, oh yeah, there's other things we need. I'm like, okay, cool.
yeah, that's only one item. That's only
Yeah.
one item. Yeah. We have 400 in the book. So there's 399 other products that they could use, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, awesome. Congratulations. That's an awesome month. And yeah, March turned out to be a really good month for whatever reason for me. And I was just like, okay, I'll take it. So so I just want to say thank you again for getting on. And I have a real quick announcement. On Friday, this Friday, April 4th at 5 p.m. I just want anybody that says prayers, I want you to throw up a prayer and just as a thank you. And it's a good announcement, but 5 o'clock on Friday, I'm getting married. So I just wanted to share that with all of you. And I am yep,
No April Fools.
it's not an April Fool's joke. It's not an April Fool's joke. Nope, it's a for real. And I just have to say it was interesting because that was the day we picked. And then I went on and looked at something because 4 years ago is when we met on Easter weekend. We met 4 years ago on Easter weekend, and 4 years ago on Easter was April 4th. Isn't that funny? I mean, it was like, yeah. So yeah, it was so April 4th is when we're getting married. And so I will have a new name. I will have a new last name. I've got just a couple days to figure out if I'm going to hyphenate or not, or just go with the new name and just stick with it. But I don't know if I'm going to hyphenate or not. I can't make my decision up if I'm going to hyphenate Gensel dash. But my new last name will be Troyer, Troyer, and so it's still pretty easy to say. And so I just wanted to share that with all of you that and it's not an April Fool's joke, it's for real. And so um and anyway, so just give me a little prayer. On that day, we're getting married at our church. We have a church here that's right behind us, and we're getting married at the church. So very, very small, just maybe there could be as many as 8 people. Could be as few as 4 and as many as 8. So it's just gonna be real small. But the blessing is that both of our moms are here and they both can come to it. So both of our moms can be there. So that'll be nice. But anyway, so blessings to all of you this week, this month. Let's make it happen. It's going to be a great month. I can just feel it's going to be a great month. I appreciate you all getting on. I appreciate all the sharing. And just know I love you guys. And let's just make these last 3 months of this year, this seminar year, in the last 3 months. We're down to about the last 90 days. So just make it happen. Make your goals and dreams come true. If you want to change what your goals and dreams are, it's the perfect time to do it. So, anyways, we will see you guys later. Thanks for getting on. Mwah. Talk to you.
Congratulations.
Thank
Yes,
you.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. He's a great guy. So, okay. All right. Let me